It's time to continue part 4 of the Torrential Turnabout, Sleepless. It seems we are continuing the trial. After everything we went through before, we're going to hear from Nathaniel Montclair? Are we ever going to flash back to the killing game? Huh? What happened at the end of last episode? Yeah, that's bright. Where are those stupid sunglasses? Oh? Oh, wow. What happened here? That's better. Why am I on the ground? Oof. Oh. Ooh, okay. I am not alright. Oh. I think I'll wait for the room to stop spinning before I try that again. What happened? Whoa? I can't really remember. In fact, there's a lot that I can't really remember. There was the trial, and I recall parts of it, but first things first, I need to get up off the dang floor. Steady. There. Great. Now just don't let go of the defenses bench and you won't topple over. Hold up. This is definitely the courtroom, but where is everybody? Who the heck are all these... What? All these people? Whoa, wait, what? The extravagant lady, for example. I definitely don't know her, but I recognize her all the same. Same with this easygoing man who's standing off by himself. How and when did these two get here? And more importantly, why are they here? Hi there. I definitely don't recognize this douche. Nope, not at all. Okay, there's some body swapping shenanigans going on. Ah, crap, he noticed me. I'll pretend I didn't see him. What? What is that supposed to mean? Now what the hell is he doing? Man, I hate this guy. What an asshole. It's also this exasperated woman and, this well-dressed gentleman. These two I definitely know. The woman is Catherine Winters, and the man is... Never mind. That's gone, too. And all that's left is... Yo! What's up, kitten? Enjoy your nap? Oh. Can we not with the kitten shtick right now? I don't feel very cute or cuddly at the moment. In fact, I kind of feel like throwing up. Don't push yourself. It'll run its course in a couple of minutes, so just stick it out, alright? Diego, mind telling me what the fuck is going on? Oh, what will run its course exactly? Ah, well, that's a good question. Whatever knocked us out, I guess. Knocked us out? How are you feeling otherwise? Confused, mostly. I'm having trouble remembering some things, I think. We're talking like amnesia, or what? I don't know. I guess? You aren't having any problems? Nope. No one else has mentioned any memory troubles either. Right, about that. What the hell is going on? Well, what parts do you remember? Remember yesterday? Remember the beginning of the trial? Up until Winters came to the stand? Just bits and pieces after that. Okay, that's bizarre. Because that was the first point that we had a sort of out-of-body vanishing there. I made another one after our confrontation with quote-unquote Edgeworth. It felt like we were being forced out, almost. Last thing I can remember was calling for Montclair's testimony. I'm pretty sure. Wow. You're actually pretty fucked right now, aren't you? Your bedside manner is seriously lacking. I'm much better in it than beside it, I'm told. Is now really the best time to be cracking jokes? Tell me, how can I make this sidekick experience more comfortable for you? Alright, but seriously now. All the doors are locked. So, that's how it is, huh? Yep. We're kinda trapped in this courtroom. Oh! We're not going back to the original NX0 incident. We're having a whole new one right here. Do I look adequately surprised? I don't know. Maybe throw it a little, You know how people do that. Okay, what's the situation? Specifically, I mean, I could tell you, but one look at the judge's bench should do it. The judge's bench? Wait, is that? Yeah. You're a friendly neighborhood asshole mascot in the flesh. Or plush, whatever. It's a stuffed toy. Someone left it there. Seems harmless enough, but I don't think I need to tell you what it's meant to represent. Oh no. You have got to be kidding me. I fell asleep and I woke up in a fucking Danganronpa game. I hear you. I know we were sort of expecting some chicanery going into this thing, but I didn't think anything would actually happen, you know? Okay, things are officially moving too fast. Priorities. What are my priorities right now? I definitely can't remember most of the trial. Remember everything up to calling Winters to the stand, and then she was there for a little bit. And after all that, I don't think I remember enough to know what pieces I'm missing. Someone knocked us out, huh? I don't remember how or when, or why. Though the intent seems fairly clear. Also, when did these people get here? How and why are these three here? None of this bodes well. Need more information. But first... what are things like for everyone else? Are we still up? Couldn't say. Our phones are gone. Of course they are. Well, it's not all bad. If whoever took them hasn't left the courthouse, then we should be A-okay. That reminds me. Here. Huh? It's yours. I swapped our badges while you were unconscious. Figured it'd be more interesting since you were, on the floor. Oh. Yeah, Good thinking. Swap for... okay. With Diego again. Didn't change anything, but... should we go over all the stuff we just glossed over? For people who don't know what we're talking about? What? No, I kidding. I'm here for sex appeal, not exposition. Yo! Google Danganronpa if you don't know what's going on. Oh, fuck you, Diego. Peace. Good enough? I suppose that does the trick? Anyway, so that's sort of the situation in a nutshell. All the doors are sealed and everyone here was, in some way, knocked unconscious. Sounds like the two new faces over there got abducted from elsewhere. Nasty business. No one's taken responsibility or given demands or anything yet. Nothing at all? Not a word. Meantime, we've all been sitting here waiting for something to happen. Whoever's running the show has probably been waiting for you to wake up. Am I the last one? You know, you could have, like, shook me awake or something. We tried, kid. You weren't having any of it. Honestly, I didn't realize how worried I was until now. Well, was I that out of it? Unfortunately, I don't think there's time for recuperation. I've got some witnesses to interview. Yeah? Well, good luck. Most of these schmucks are basically completely untrustworthy. Us included, of course. Not much you can say to that. I'll be here if you need help remembering anything. Not like I'm going anywhere. Got it. Thanks. So, 7 people seemingly trapped in a room. Little short of the magic number, but I suppose you work with what you have. Monokuma, huh? Okay, it's a little forward for my tastes. At least it gets the point across. Need to be thorough in my investigation. I hope I have enough time. I won't lie. I'm excited to see what comes next. Maybe that's just my ego talking, since memory troubles aside. Everything is going exactly as planned. Okay, I gotta expand this. Show you the situation. Yeah, we see Mia in the bottom left. Yeah, this window is not capturing. Alright. So, my head still feels all fuzzy. Oh ho! Awake at last, aren't we? Man who is almost certainly Teddy. A late start, but preferable to no start at all, huh? Oh, yeah? I know this guy, but I can't seem to remember his name. I mean, aside from the fact that he is obviously Teddy. Something the matter? You look awfully pensive, young lady. It's nothing to worry about. I'm just trying to remember something. I'm afraid I can't relate. I've always prided myself on my impeccable memory. In any case, your recollections will surely return with time, Blue. I would not tarry over it. Wait, what did you just call me? Blue? Oh, are we not Salem? Are you talking about that girl from The Thing, or... Am I missing something here? Why would you call me that? Is that not the name we agreed upon? Does this guy actually think that I'm blue? Okay, the hell? Sir, I'm not blue. My name is Mia Fey. I'm Donald Graves' legal representative. Oh, is that so? My mistake, then. Terribly sorry. Wait, I'm starting to... You're Nathaniel Montclair, aren't you? What? Blue. How'd you learn that name? No, that isn't important. Blue, you must not repeat that name to anyone else. Do you understand me? I'm not Blue. All that happened more than 5 years ago. Nonsense. You look just like her. No, I don't. That makes me think. But anyway, as I was saying, that really makes me think now. So to refresh you about the characters from the opening, the fireman, I thought he was Montclair, but possibly not. It seems Teddy was Montclair. I did not see that one coming. We have Doc, who's Captain Winter's sister. This was Blue. Irritable, distraught. We didn't get to see much of her. And this was Salem. Like, the Magatama screamed an obvious connection to, Mia, that we know now. But maybe not. It's hard to say. I wonder if Eric grew into disguise himself as quote-unquote Edgeworth. Let's see. We have Ace and Poppet. We have Fireman in the room. Makes... Like, my guess right now is Poppet is Damar Michelle here. The other detective, we don't know. We're obviously not going to see Graves. Oh no. Maybe Charlie Klein is Ace. That still leaves Fireman unknown. Eric unknown. Also, I'm just realizing we're a bit short of the magic number. Which might be 8 or 9? But we'll see here. The Electoral College is an inherently undemocratic institution, and, yeah, that is definitely Nathaniel Montclair. It almost has to be. You know, I'm just gonna save myself the disappointment. Hey. For some reason, whenever I use Montclair and testimony in the same thought, my whole body tenses up. I can't remember actually cross-examining him. Mr. Montclair, do you remember the trial by any chance? What? Blue? How'd you learn that name? Oh, man. Oh, man. Hey, just thought I'd pop in before we hear that entire conversation over again. Thank me later. And just when I was thinking this could get any worse. Oh. Good afternoon. I don't believe we've been introduced. No, we have been. Like, 3 or 4 times? Is that so? Don't beat yourself up over it, champ. I've got a forgettable face. Might even call it unlocalized. Anyway, Mia, I came over to help you cut to the chase. Because frankly, I don't think I could watch you fumble around with this dude for another hour. My hero. Took a long recess and brought Buddy here to the stand. Took some time to get the ball rolling, but eventually we got him to start testifying. It was basically the worst thing I've ever seen in a court of law. And I've played Dual Destiny. What happened exactly? This suddenly got very meta. In a word, nothing. Not a single goddamn thing happened that was even a little bit important. Hours, Mia. None of us are getting those back. Let me remind the two of you that Mr. Montclair has a mental disorder. That does not mean that you get to disrespect him or treat him like an obstacle. Do I make myself clear? Sorry, my bad. That came across as demeaning. The two of us? Why are you lecturing me? I didn't say anything. Because I don't like or trust you. Fair enough. Well said, Miss Winters. I don't like you either. I don't like or trust you either. And who the heck claps like that? What are you, a preschooler? Laugh it up, Miss Piggy. Oh, hey, Mia, just give me the word and I'll lay this smarmy douche out on the floor, yeah? Tempting offer, but not right now, Diego. Alright, let me know. Oh, yeah, it's just the guy who got put under by a teenage girl with a lace parasol. I like how you waited until he had walked away before talking back. I like how you shut up. Nathan, please don't get involved with these people. You didn't worry. I've never met either of them. Maybe I'll try asking about something else? Let's try this again. Okay, I was under the impression that it was going to be a private conversation. I'm not going to leave him with the two of you unattended. But I'm not leaving because I'm bored out of my skull. You're right, it was silly of me to think otherwise. So, Mr. Montclair, I was wondering if you might tell me a little about yourself. Certainly, it would be my pleasure. I'm a co-founder and CEO of Absu Corporate Estates. It's a startup project that I undertook with my dear brother. 25 years ago now. I actually heard of that company. They're pretty big, I think. It was 30 years ago, actually. Monty's got a habit of living 5 years in the past. Wonder what will make him do that. Don't talk about him like he's standing right here. My bad. I don't very well understand what you're getting at. But anyway, Jameson passed on a few years ago. Heart attack. He was far too young. We're presently constructing a facility in his honor. Jameson Hospice? I basically already know the rest. Jameson Memorial Hospice, yep. He really is living in the past. He escaped the room and board, developed a drinking habit, was admitted to his own hospice, got attacked on the night of the murder, and that brings us to now. Night of the crime. Mr. Montclair, are you aware of the murder that occurred on Jameson Memorial on the night of the 17th? Murder? What murder? Oh boy. You yourself were attacked as well. Do you have any recollection of this? If this conversation goes anywhere, I'll eat my hat. Now that you mention it, my head is killing me. Actually, Winters, shouldn't he have, like, bandages or something? He did. Guess they must have fallen off at some point. The wound's been healing well, though, so he's not in any danger. But if you're not good with blood or that sort of thing, I wouldn't look at the back of his head if I were you. Huh? You got cut a little from blunt force. Can't be that bad. Oh my god, it's just... the bruising in the... Good, suffer. I can't believe you people. 17th, was it? I low-key love Winters. She's so good. You remember something? Yes, I was at a charity dinner that night, so I'm afraid I won't be of much help. At X0. Mr. Montclair, you were involved in an incident 5 years ago. Would you be willing to tell me about it? An incident? Whoa, we're getting right into it, huh? Nathan, you don't need to answer anything you don't want to. Winters, do you know anything about it? No, I don't. It's clearly a painful memory for him, and I have enough tact not to ask about it. Speaking of which, is there a good reason why you're bringing it up? You think she's the culprit? Come on, Mia, really? Am I the only one here taking this situation seriously? Why don't we all just take a breath? Blue was only asking a question. Thank you. That's not my name, but thank you. This incident you were referring to. It's Shields' room and board, yes? Don't get too excited. We asked him about the room and board during our investigation, too. He seems to remember the incident with surprising clarity, but he doesn't have any new info. Well, info that was new to us, anyway. Knock yourself out, I guess. Oh, brother. She's got that investigative twinkle in her eye. She's got what? I'm not sticking around for this crap again. Winters, you'd better bounce too, unless you have a thing for bored and muddled exposition. It's just uncomfortably meta all of a sudden. I feel like I almost never understand what that guy's talking about. I can't remember last time too well, so maybe I'll take his word for it? Whatever. I'll be watching, got it? Alright, time to see what I can get out of this guy. So, you remember the room and board, Mr. Montclair? What do you mean, remember? Last I checked, the exit was still locked, Blue. So part of him does still live there, in the room and board. Is it because the actual doors to the courtroom are locked? He thinks I look like Blue? Or was it always like this for him? I think it might be best if I just play along. Sorry, Teddy. I've just been, confused lately. And the Oscar goes to... Well, that's hardly unreasonable, considering. I can't remember. How many days has it been? Maybe I can get some context? It's been 8, my dear Blue. At daybreak tomorrow, this game will begin to come to a close. I see. This is kind of unsettling. Pretending to be a dead girl is not my idea of a nice conversation. But it's an opening. Now, what should I ask him about? The game so far? I've been conversing with Roland a great deal of late. He initiated without my asking. How did Blue act again? I don't want to break his immersion. She was abrasive and snarky, and she was only social with a few select people, I'm pretty sure. Okay, here we go. Yeah? What about? As I'm sure you're aware, he's been writing that journal of his. He's been asking if there's anything I wish to include in its pages. Commentary, I suppose. Makes it sound like he is almost finished with his project. Well, it's about time, right? What's your point? I do not have any one in particular. I have been running low on engaging topics of conversation lately. There's a scant little to do here but talk, and I dare say it's been running me thin. Well, was there anything you asked him to include? Roland's journal, you mean? Well, no. I told him that I trusted him to have captured everything that was necessary. He did not let me get away so easily, however. How do you mean? Surely you know what I mean, Blue. You spend the most time with him, after all. Oh, that's right. They did get pretty close, didn't they? No, he badgered me for my own thoughts. It was, a surprisingly terrifying proposition. Terrifying? Have you thought all about them? Doc and Salem. Oh! I realized then that I had not. I realized that I had been purposely prevented myself from thinking about those two. I believe that I did not want to admit that I am at least partially responsible for both their deaths. So when Roland asked me for my perspective, I knew that I had to turn him down. As usual, he put that peculiar earnestness of his to use. Made me feel rather guilty, if I do say so. So I professed to him a preposterous proposition. I told him that I would give him my thoughts, but in return, he would give me his revolver. That does sound preposterous. Indeed. But do you know what he did then? He gave it to me. He handed it to me. His key. As casually as if it were the morning paper. He just gave it to me. But what? I didn't know about that. Why would he do something like that? I was rather hoping you would tell me. You know him better than I, after all. I don't know what runs through that boy's head. Keep an eye on him for me, would you, Blue? Well, if he gave you his key, I don't think there's much I can do to help the guy. Yeah, swell. Please, please don't tell Pop about this, but I didn't take the gun. Why? It wouldn't have been right for me to have walked off with the thing. My thoughts were his key. That was the deal. I couldn't give him my thoughts. So I couldn't have taken the key. That isn't how this game works, Teddy. I know that. I know. But this place takes things from you. Bits and pieces that you wouldn't even notice were missing until you went looking for them. Parts of you. Who you are. Your personality. Your humanity. And I'm a businessman, and she'll be damned. That may not be the most honorable profession in the world, but I have my pride. This unfathomable game will not strip that from me. It will not. I can understand that. Choosing to abide by your own rules instead of his. I get it. Do you truly? I mean, this is where you chide me for holding to such a childish notion as pride. You know I appreciate your unfiltered honesty, Blue. You don't need to hold back. Guess I'm just sick of all this crap, too. Turn some of that honesty inward, eh? That's a rare sight. I'll try not to make a habit of it. I think I'll renegotiate our deal. The one we were just talking about? Naturally. Need to save face somehow. I am a businessman after all. Put in a good word for me with Roland, would you? Uh-huh. I'll get right on that. That went well. I don't know if any of that was useful, but it went well. We certainly learned a lot of context that we didn't have previously. Hey, maybe I'm not as bad at this acting thing as Tower says that I am. Let's see what else I can dig up. Shield. This Shield asshole really has it coming to him. Perhaps there is something in this world equivalent to a karmic force. Perhaps not. Regardless, surviving this trial is all we can do at the moment. What if he's pulling one? What if he's pulling one over us, though? What if he's here? What if he's one of us? Well, that's... You'd be lying if I said the thought never crossed my mind. I don't believe that he is. How can you be so sure? I can't, really. Just a feeling I have. The people here feel too genuine, I suppose. You seriously think Shield would draw the line at acting lessons? Look around. I think his budget can handle it. Look around, I think his budget can handle it. Don't actually look around, though, please. You are right, of course. I think it's more that I don't want to think about that particular possibility. Because then I'd have to ask, how many are there? It'd be useless and paranoid of me to dwell on it. Dead weight that I would be better off without. Know that I'm legitimate. That will have to be good enough. What about Eric or the Blue? Let's drop it. Isn't worth agonizing over. Not to you, maybe. What about the other players? Setting Shield aside, what do you think about the others? Tomorrow's the big day, right? What do you think is going to happen? Tomorrow is the big day. Teddy? But that doesn't make any sense. Hmm? Uh-oh. Break something? You've already. Can't be. It's conversation. Uh-oh. You aren't Blue, are you? Well, you said that I was. Which I guess is my excuse for lying to a mentally ill man. Real nice. But, no. You couldn't be. About the 8th day. Roland, Blue, Eric, Harper, Fireman, and myself. Fighting had already broken out. So there's no way we could be having this conversation. Do you know where you are right now, Mr. Montclair? I don't think so. Why am I having such a hard time remembering? Mr. Montclair? Blue! Blue, I'm so glad to see you. Oh no. I'm so sorry, Blue. Hey, it's alright. Blue, we were looking for you, Blue. 3 of us. But we found Ace first, and I was so relieved that it wasn't you, Blue. You didn't. And I know it didn't change anything in the end, but what do I say? That's enough, I think. Winters, give him some space, please. I'm sorry. I didn't. It's fine. Just go back to whatever you were doing before and leave him to me. He gets like this sometimes. It'll pass. Just go. Seriously. Okay. She's not mad. Just these things happen. That is a plus, at least. But wow, that was a lot to take in. Nathaniel Montclair. Your life didn't have to go this way. I'm sorry. Okay, Monokuma. Boop, 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 boop. Monokuma. Certainly not a face I expected to see today. Okay. It's converging. All of it. I don't think I'll ever have an opportunity this good again. We finish it here, or we lose. It's as simple as that, I think. Stuffed toy. What about it? I'm forgetting something. And not like more of this amnesia, but like something really obvious. What am I missing here? Where the fuck did the judge go? Of course. Where did Harper go? Both witnesses, Edgeworth and myself, are all here, so where is she? Wait, what is that sound? What? It sounds like clapping? Almost? Exit deduction detective! Hi. Oh good, it's you. Just thought I'd interrupt your plot critical thinking out loud with some stuff that's actually important. Harper's here. What? Really? Where? I haven't seen her. She's where she always is. At the judge's bench. What? That doesn't... What? Like, on the floor? Ah, she's unconscious, isn't she? Like I was until recently. Good guess. But no. Is she dead? She's dead. Shit. Well, we hardly knew you. What? She's dead? Yep, that sure was the thing I just said. You're screwing with me. Regrettably, I am not. Well, how? I assume her heart stopped. You really don't have a respectful bone in your body, do you? Hey, it's Winters. Just what I wanted to see. And for your information, when you deal with murders as often as I do, that becomes a little pedestrian. Maybe that's messed up, but it's all part of the job. Hey, Winters, this guy's just joking, right? He's messing around, isn't he? No, he isn't, unfortunately. She's passed away. I verified it myself. That's why everyone here is so on edge. And no one thought to tell me about it until now? Anyway, Mia. We let Winters examine the body. Because, you know, medical license and all that. Would you be a dear and give Mia here the details? Trouncing your opponent isn't satisfying unless you're on a level playing field, right? I'm pretty sure the trial's over, Edgeworth. Is it? I wouldn't be so sure. Hold a gut feeling. I mean, there's evidence in the court record that we haven't used yet, so... Winters, sorry, but could you tell me what happened to Harper? I can tell you what I found. I'm a nurse, not a coroner. Can't say anything definitively. Even so, I think you'll find the culprit to be pretty obvious. You said she was murdered. Is that really true? Wouldn't it be more like manslaughter? Legally, the whole kidnapping thing kind of blurs the line. Mia and I happen to be murder specialists, so let's just say it was murder. Keep things copacetic. Now, Winters, if you please. Right. I can't tell what the exact cause of death was, but I can narrow it down to two likely possibilities. Overdose or anaphylactic shock. What? Anaphylactic shock is what happens when someone has a severe allergic reaction. Harper was injected with a drug. It's an obvious needle mark on her neck. In addition, her throat is red and swollen. Clearly, her body didn't take well to the injection. What was she drugged with? Ketamine. A name that ought to be pretty familiar by now. There was an empty bottle of the stuff found next to her body. No syringe, though. That name rings literally no bells. What? It was all you talked about for like 2 hours. Sorry, I've got nothing. Winters, missing sedatives, McLean's investigations. Literally your entire case was riding on this non-existent bottle? Check your court record, I'm serious. Oh wow, that's actually a really well-played use of memory loss in this. I gotta respect that. Wow, looks like I did actually make a note of it. Too bad I don't remember anything about it. So, a bottle of ketamine turned up missing at the hospice, and I said Winters used it for murder? And I guess you're saying that this is the missing bottle. You bet I am. It's got That Jameson Memorial's content label stuck right on it. Everything checks out. And if it's here, that means Winters didn't steal it. Use it for anything duly murderous. Which means the chances of her being the culprit just plummeted back down to 0%. Could have prepared an aesthetic of her own to bring to the hospice. Using the hospice's supply would make her, someone with access, look suspicious. Despite the opposite literally being my case argument up to this point, I suppose. Hey, my memories are fucked. And, geez, she's still right here. It's like, Jesus Christ, you fucking buffoons are still trying to make me out to be a murderer. I'm sorry, did you want my help or not? Which is what I would say if the trial was still on, which it isn't, so I'm not saying that. Sorry, please continue. She's so done with her shit, and I don't blame her. Where was I? Harper's neck and throat were inflamed. That's basically it. She was clearly injected with the ketamine. Clearly something went wrong. So, chances are, she either had an allergic reaction to the drug, which is rare but very possible, or whoever injected her accidentally or purposefully gave her too large a dose. This person who injected her, obviously, that would be our captor. Our kidnapper. Gotten away with not thinking too hard about them so far. About that. I don't have any idea what was that locked us in here, right? None. We haven't heard so much as a peep from anybody. What do we know? The only thing that we know for sure is that they knocked us all out. As we were just discussing. Right. The ketamine. Well, yes and no. Maybe it's too generous of me to assume that you'd notice, but most of us weren't injected. We weren't? You don't remember that either? We got gassed. Some kind of grenade or bomb or whatnot. Happened right in the middle of the trial, too. Cocky asshole just opened the door and lobbed it in. You, me, Winters, Montclair, and your assistant all got caught up in it. So if Diego had gotten back by then, Diego was not Tower. Another thing I'm noticing about the personnel record is that Tower is no longer in there, too. Mia's friend. Suspicious. I called Montclair to the stand, right? Why were you there, Winters? Supervision, mostly. Maybe need some help staying on target most of the time. Makes sense. Hold on. If we all got gassed during the trial, why was Judge Harper injected with anesthetic? She would have already been affected by the gas, right? Well, the judge's bench is elevated. Would that have been enough? Normally it'd be hard to say there was enough, it was high enough to make a difference, but considering that, the captor made the effort to drug her, you could assume that she was likely out of reach of the gas. Still, was it worth the risk of stealing drugs from a medical center? Probably. Our kidnapper seems to have used it on those two strangers over there, too. You know, those strangers. Those people that I am totally certain you don't know. I guess that also makes sense. I don't know if it'll be useful. I'll make a note about Harper's body. But I wanted to be thorough about it. I should probably check the body myself. Okay. You can do this. I'm just a dead person. I think I'll take a look at Harper myself. Just real quick. Real quick, she says. I won't stop you, but are you sure that's a good idea? Yep. Winters, you had better go with her. Make sure she doesn't hurl all over the corpse. Thank you for that delightful image. Well, no time like the present. Okay, let's go. Let's go. That's a corpse. And this was a bad idea. Well, satisfied? Not yet. I'm going to take a closer look. Won't stop until I've inspected every suspicious nook and cranny. There's nothing particularly interesting on her person. There's one thing that's odd. Winters, what's with this scar on her right hand? Oh, yeah. I noticed that too. I've got no idea what it might be from. It almost looks like she got stabbed right through her palm. Eh? Looks like it was incredibly painful. It was incredibly painful and incredibly old. She must have had this scar for years. Okay, that's gonna be significant, but what does that mean? Yeah, I don't imagine it's relevant to our situation. But I'll make a note of it anyway. Couldn't hurt. Missing sedatives updated to Harper's body in the court record. This was a nice scrapbook moment, I think. Oh, Lord. I must have done their shit shoes. I love that. And I think that's a good place to stop this conversation. Why are the two of you laughing? Don't you realize how funny and charming I am? Really can't wait for those doors to be unlocked. For once I agree with you. Well, that's one mystery solved. Unfortunately, all I know for sure now is that we're all in real danger. Not that I won't expect any less. Oh boy, hi Winters. Can we get to talk to you about NX0 now? You again, huh? Hello. I'm curious. People have been implying that we're currently victim to some sort of, kidnapping plot. All the doors are sealed shut. My cell phone has been stolen, and it's taking all I have to remain calm. Tell me, do I still need to worry about you framing me for murder? Should I add that to the list? Low priority. Let's have a chat. Yes, let's. Winter seems much angrier than I remember her being. Hopefully I didn't piss her off and then forget about it. You don't have anything better to do. Fair enough. I suppose you've gotten an explanation for all this. The, kidnapping thing, you mean? Oh, so you also think we're in mortal peril. Good. Really stellar. Whoops! Look, we'll figure this out. We will. We'll get out of here. My confidence in you is, top tier. You know, I get the feeling that I'm the only person who's actually anxious about this. It feels like everyone else here has just accepted it. Am I the odd one out? Did I get wrapped up in yet another crazy situation? What do you mean, another crazy situation? What do you mean, what do you mean? What do you think I mean? Last week was completely normal. This week has been insane. I wasn't prepared for a race against a hurricane or quintuple overtime or not going home for 6 days. I was prepared to administer emergency first aid, discover a body, or talk to a murderer. I didn't think I'd be spending my week in interrogation rooms or murder trials. And now this. What even is this? What is going on? Yeah, wow, it sounds pretty bad when you lay it all out like that. I'm sorry you've had to go through all this, Winters. No, you're not. I'm just a stranger to you. You've made that clear. Well, have we ever actually been properly introduced? What difference does it make? I don't know. Like you said, we don't really know anything about each other. Maybe it'll help? For what it's worth, I'm Mia Fey, attorney at, law. Yeah, definitely not used to introducing myself like that. Catherine Winters, a senior nurse at Jameson Memorial Hospice. Senior, huh? So you worked there for a while? Since it opened. How's the work? Challenging? It sure is now. Do you enjoy it? What is this, job interview? I just feel like we got off on the wrong foot, is all. Yeah? And whose fault is that? Fair enough. In regards to the trial, I feel like I owe you an explanation. Despite the fact that I am still heavily suspicious of you. Such magnanimity. I am going to pretend I know what that word means. Let me explain my perspective on the matter. At a glance, you look almost entirely unrelated to the case. Really? Almost. Yeah, almost. It almost looks like you got wrapped up in this by virtue of proximity alone. Honestly, I would be first in line to say that you don't feel like the murderer. How nice of you to say. However, I'm unable to simply ignore the facts of the case. You were in the perfect position to commit the murder that night. Maybe you really were there only by circumstance, but either way, it's something that requires my attention. That's ridiculous. I'm not an idiot. I understand how our legal system works. Your only obligation is to your client. And since you bungled that so badly, now you're trying to get someone to take the fall. See? It's lines like that. It's lines like that that makes me seriously think you have no idea what you stumbled into. Why are you staring at me like that? No reason. Do I think Winters is actually involved with all this? I want to say no, but I can't afford to be careless. There's that photograph I found in her office to consider as well. She's obviously related, but I can't say how closely. Look at this photograph. Winters, I'll be straight with you. You had an opportunity to kill Bishop, and that's a concrete reason to suspect you. But there's also another reason. Something I'd like to think you're unaware of. Honestly, this other reason may just be a misunderstanding. If you would answer my questions truthfully, it would go a long way towards proving your innocence. The day my associate and I were at the hospice, I happened to find myself in your office, Winters. Oh good, you went through all my stuff. Great. It really was just a coincidence. Okay, that's not the point. The point is, I found a peculiar photograph in your office. It was of a woman. She's wearing a red sweater, smiling, in a park or something. Uh-huh. Look, I know you don't have a great track record when it comes to making sense, but I really don't know where you're going with this. Who's the woman in the photo? What does that have to do with literally anything? Do you know this woman? Obviously. I have a picture of her in my office. Is she femme? Is it any of your business? Look around you, Winters. Whether or not it's any of my business should be the last of your worries. This woman is a key piece of the puzzle to this entire case. What? Oh, come on. We're done here, I think. Don't brush me off. I'm trying to cross you off the list of suspects. You were just trying to pin a murder on me. This conversation is over. I suppose you can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs. Winters? What is it now? The person who murdered her is here in this courtroom. What? You heard me. Though, I wonder if you even knew she was murdered. She's still listed as missing. Was there a funeral? If there was, I imagine it would have been a closed casket affair. No body would have been recovered, after all. What the hell are you talking about? I think you know. If I'm wrong and you don't, I must look like a lunatic. The action was pretty spot on, though. Why would you even say something like that? I wasn't kidding around when I said that woman is at the heart of this murder. Your connection to her is your connection to Kurt Bishop's death. But uncertain till now, but if you don't tell me what you know about this woman in the photo, no more holding back. Piss off. Fine, but if you ever feel like doing something about your situation, I'm sure I'll be right here. Well, that went well. Obviously, we're not going to cross that bridge too soon, but we'll have to talk to Mr. Edgeworth and the crowd down here. Let's look at the crowd down here. Oh, there's Diego. There's Poppet and Fireman. We will get to talk to those guys next time, though. Wow, this is certainly a turn of fate that I did not see coming. I cannot say I saw that coming. How this is playing out in Monokuma. Oh god. But this is certainly another intriguing scenario that's only going to serve to move things forward even further, I think. So we'll see where that goes. Until next time, until then.